Good evening. Right, 7th round of WGTC. It's been a bit of a scrum, bit of a bloodbath so far. We're 11th on the grid, 14th. Correction, we're 14th on the grid now. There's 3 rounds of 20 minutes each. It's going to be pretty brutal, to say the least. We've got about 4 minutes left of quali. Once quali's wrapped up, then we're going on the grid for the first round, and then second round is reverse grid, as is the third. So top finishers in the second race will be cut down to a reverse grid, flipped around, and the same thing for the third. So hopefully we can get in the reverse grid on all 3 of these rounds. If we have an accident, then it really puts us on the back foot, but we're running a overtake friendly setup. There should be possible to overtake even in the Ferrari's paltry straight line speed at the minute. Hopefully that works out. All we need is a bit of good luck. Avoid the scrum that will probably happen on turn 1, turn 2. Keep hold of the car, because although it's a GT3, this particular setup has got a real stinking attitude. It's not very friendly. You know, this setup has got a knife a few millimeters away from the delicate bits, and it only gets slightly easier the more the race goes on and the tyres warm in. So we've got 1 minute left of quali, but there's a 2-minute cool down period so that the pros can get their laps out. Let's take a look at one of the geezers now. So we've got the Williams Esports geezers at the front. They're always at the front, that's why they are named as such. Only Moreno is out at the minute, and it looks like they've done all they can. They're going to bring it in. They're about 3/10 clear of the nearest competitor, which is Michael Avdoka. Super fast guy. Then there's a little bit of a gulf between him and George McClay, and then it's really tight down to 17th. So from 15th on the grid, we're hoping to just stay out of trouble, because I don't think the quali was that good. We got better pace than that. Particularly in the practice sessions, we've been posting it up in 7th and 6th. So we shouldn't be languishing down in 15th. But it looks like we just couldn't get a good quali lap together. But it's better than what we could have ended up with. So quali is now wrapped. They've got 2.5 minutes to finish the laps they're on and then get their setup sorted. I'm just going to drag my screen off to the side while I put my fuel in. "20 minutes we've got to carry in all 3 rounds. Two minutes to go. 2 minutes to grid. Race 1 is by far the most important round. If you miss that reverse grid for race 1, it has a knock-on effect for race 2 and race 3 as well. So we just need to catch that reverse grid, which usually goes down to maybe about 16 to 24 cars, somewhere in that region. In this session we've got about 39 cars entered, because we're halfway through the season now, through the championship. Some folks who think they haven't got a chance of winning their class anymore just give up, because they think, what's the point in running? I got no hope. I'm not going to get any prizes or trophies or recognition, so might as well quit. But we know better. We know that these races are absolutely frenetic. You can't get a much better mirror of how brutal real racing probably is. It's not all handshakes and laying the red carpet out for you. You really got to fight, and that's what we've got. 3 rounds of 20 minutes of fighting. Proper Russell Crowe style. So I'm going to minimise the chat now. I can't read your chat anymore, I'm afraid, due to iRacing weirdness. So I will see you on the other side, but I'll obviously be along with you commentating. Here we go, on the grid. Yep. Let me know. The nerves always kick in about now. Probably partly because I know how fighty this grid is, but also I know that my car is not exactly friendly on the first couple of laps either. So fingers crossed, I'll just keep it together. There's no Dean Power tonight either, he's away. So he is not here to defend his amateur lead at the minute. I'm in the Pro-Am class. The top guys are in the Pro class, so there's 3 classes in the WGTC and there's a prize for the top 3 in each. So it's pretty generous.
Apologies people, seems like I got it wrong.
Muted. Always mute. You don't need to hear anybody during your races. Always mute them. Crew chief, always forget him.
Radio check.
Good, there you are. Can't forget him, can we? I need a reassuring voice telling me I've got enough fuel in to make the end of the race. So it's a rolling start. Doing 1 lap under the safety car, so I'm going to switch it to full map because I can't withstand the risk of slightly under fueling.
The air temp is 27 Celsius. B15.
This isn't a rolling
Okay,
start.
Daniel,
This
be ready.
is a standard start. What the heck?
Go! That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes.
Well, I'm not going to argue, but I think we might see. I think we. Yeah,
On
that
right.
is definitely not what people expected.
Hold your line.
There'll be some complaints about that, I think, but
Hold your line.
let's just roll with it. What the heck?
Still there.
Poor
He's
guys.
still there.
Blame the new user interface.
Right side's clear. Right side. He's still there. Right side's clear.
Thankfully, everyone here is a professional, so they're new to deal with it, but my word. It's never boring. Never boring. Oh no, there's there's ABS on these cars, so you can't rely on
Car
locking
right.
the brakes to keep straight.
Clear
Oh,
right.
bloody hell! There's drama already. I don't know how many places we lost. I think we came out net neutral on that one, didn't we? But my word. That was crazy. That was crazy. Right, let's see if we can tuck in this draft. He's got a toe in front and all. We might have a slippy setup, but we still can't overcome the fact that we are a bit down on power. I just want to let the tyres sit in. Don't want to do anything stupid. Don't want to lose that reverse grid. Somebody stacked it.
He's leading the race.
Oh,
You've got loads of fuel.
We've got loads of fuel apparently, crew chief
14th.
says. Okay, I can really let loose. $14th, that's okay, we'll take that. That right there is probably the most dangerous part of the track.
Okay, Daniel, don't let this guy distract you.
Blimey. That wasn't smooth, was it? Oh, that wasn't smooth either, was it? Come on, man.
Just cut the track.
Well, there's another 20 bottles on the wall. I'm sure we'll get through them. said this car misbehaves. That's what I meant by that. I'm going to shut up now and get my head in it because I need to reclaim these spots.
The leader's just done a 151.35. B19. Okay, Daniel, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Car right. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right. On your right. Clear right.
Pretty tight, but clean.
Car left. Clear left. Fastest lap for Thompson, 151.00. Don't think about the lap times, just hit each and every apex. B18, you've just done a 153.00. Car left. Clear left. Let's see how wide you can make this thing. Left side, clear left. Car right.
Well, we don't want to get taken out by Alex
Still
Serrano
there.
behind us.
Still there.
Yeah, that'll drag us on this
Still there.
curve. And to be
To the
honest,
right.
I want him to just knock Mike Horder and
Come on, don't let him go
company
away.
ahead loose. We're not fighting each other, so why fight? I've made my point. Need to get away from the AMs behind.
The gap in front is now
Losing time fighting him.
0.39. Car right. Still there. Clear right. B19. Well, that was a 153.00.
40 might
Had a
shove
cut
us out.
warning. Keep it tidy, please, Daniel.
That's what he did. He's entitled to it. BMW's got so much torque.
Alright Daniel, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. That's half distance. Fuel levels are fine.
Mike will be getting a tow from the car ahead. Tough going, tough battling. I think we overfueled a little bit. Not by much, but enough. God, that was tight. That was super sketchy. Just gotta wait for Ben and Mike to start battling proper.
Sectors 1 and 2 are 1.1 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. Okay, Daniel, you've used half your fuel. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.42 off the pace.
Just can't get away through. I mean, we're only carrying a couple of extra litres too many, but... God.
We've been warned about track limits.
Stupid. Utter nonsense. This is not good. This is not good. Car's driving like an absolute bag of nails. I don't know why. No speed, no nothing. We must be heavily overfueled. I'll have to see how much is left in the tank when this is done, because boy oh boy. But we've not took anybody out. Just had to avoid Mike. And that's the result.
Car right. He's still there. Hold your line. Still there. Still there. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. He's still there. Still there. Clear right. That's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes. Left side. Clear left. On your left. He's still there. Clear left. Okay, Daniel. 10 minutes of fuel remaining. Car right. He's still there. Right side's clear. Push. We can get this guy.
Just no guts on this thing. I'm really regretting standing by this blooming 488. It's absolutely pants. Even with low downforce, we're just not fast enough.
Stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Bloody hell, man, what are you doing? This is just torture. This is so bad. This entire race has been a slip from the fingers.
th place. Two minutes to go. 2 minutes. One more lap to go. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. Right side. He's still there. Clear right.
Alright, we're into 23rd. We could get into 22nd. There's a chance. And if a reverse grid is 22nd or 21st or whatever, it'll make a massive difference. Come on, let's do it. We're not going to get a good run on him at all.
5 minutes of fuel remaining.
This could be awful. It's going to have to be done in the last corner, but how are we going to do this?
Track temperatures
We're not going to do it like that.
39 Celsius.
No, there's nowhere to get running in. Bloody hell, say. Okay. Poor.
P23. Okay, we're done.
Race is over, yeah. My sentiments exactly. We're done. We've got 7 litres in the tank across the line. I can afford to take 3 out. But if you're going to tell me that the gutless exit from all these corners is down to 3 extra litres, then I just don't believe you. Something's not right. Answers on a postcard, chaps. Really? What the heck are people doing to the 488 to make it competitive? What are Evdoka, etc. doing? I mean, come on. There's a lot of that was my fault there. In fact, pretty much all of it. 2 unforced errors that absolutely chucked places away. And if I don't make a reverse grid now, I've only got myself to blame. I think the next 2 races might be a bit quieter, because I'll just be eyeballs on the race. The 23rd is rubbish. We should have done better than that.
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
First things first then. Let's take some fuel out. Yep. So I've just took 3 litres out, but how much of a difference is that going to be? How much of a difference is that going to make? Seriously. With 2 degrees wing or 2 wing, we should not be falling behind that much. But then again, when you're exiting corners, it's not about wing, it's about power, and by awful. But we are where we are. Let's tune into the tune into the old stream and see what's happening.
Should be about 4 minutes of fuel remaining. 3.1 litres per lap. We should have enough fuel to get to the end, but it'll be tight.
Be quiet, Alan. Be quiet. I don't want to hear from you right now. I just want to hear from... oh. There we go. Live. Let's see.
Jake Blackall, Lewis Bibby and James
We should be...
all did not see the checkered flag. That is the end of the first race.
See what reverse grid's going to be. We finished
here, but we'll get straight into it, Chaz.
23rd.
We have got the reverse grid draw. So
Oh, we're going to be really unlucky here. It's going to have to be a 24, otherwise we are toast.
Race out of the way, then we'll see what they get here. As you can see, as they flick by, they're all basically.
Come on, 24. Papanese, brand new bag. It's not going to be 24.
And Alex Arana is going to be looking for a good one here. If this lands on 12, though, he's going to miss out by 1 place, and I think that's going to be the case here. That is going to be absolutely gutting for him. It is going to land on 12. Alex Arana finished 13th in that race and misses out by 1 place, so he will start 13th.
Nope.
But I did big this driver up earlier on. Ethan Bass will start on pole position with
Oh,
Andy
no.
Watson alongside him. So that's 2 Audis, 2 very quick drivers there on the front row. Then you've got Chris Wood and reigning champion Pete Harrod, 2 very good friends as well. Different teams, of course, but very good friends working together, I'm sure, in the second row of the grid. But that means as well, though, Paul, that you'll have, it'll be Sarika in 11th, Thompson 12th, and Arana 13th. So the trio Williams cars will be coming through the field together. That is going to be absolutely thrilling, I'm sure.
Okay, there we have it then. We missed out on the reverse grid, but because it was 12, we probably wouldn't have caught it anyway, to be fair. But, man. Blah, 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 blah. What can you do? We'll reconvene in about 5 minutes when the session is back. And we'll hit race 2. Hopefully we have a bit better look there, but I'm struggling to see what I can possibly change now. Other than that little bit of fuel, not much I can change. We're also on a short gear stack. We're on a short gear stack, so we should be, you know, coming out of the corners and able to put the boot in, but nah. Okay, gonna have a little bit of a break, a couple of minutes mind you, because the next session will be up and running very, very soon, and we'll get into race 2. Race 3 then follows after that. We just need to just catch the coattails of that race 2 reverse grid, otherwise we're going to leave here with an absolute smattering of terrible points. I shouldn't have made those errors, but you know what are you going to do? Right, see you in a few minutes. Hello, geezers. Oh, I got myself a consolatory Kit Kat. Just got to keep an eye out now for the next WGTC session. Do excuse me. If I was to eat one food for the rest of my life without any ill effects, it'd probably be Kit Kats. Come on. Well, I suppose at the end of the day, folks are cracking on about the standing start. Yeah, completely confounded. What are we going to do about that lack of torque just pulling out? Strit, Fanatec affiliates get between, I mean I say between because of the coronavirus they've probably chopped it right back, but affiliates get about 5% of what you check out using a link. So you can imagine people making practically, when you add it all up, you can imagine them making a pretty decent stack on top of what they're already doing. So if you do use it, you've got my gratitude for sure. I don't know what criteria they need to actually be an affiliate, but by the time I joined their program, I already had that video. The first one I made got about 200,000 views. Unfortunately, I wasn't a YouTube partner either at the time there, so I couldn't have got any ad revenue from it. But if you've seen Dave Cam, anybody like that, any guys who are popular streamers, you know, people who are decent to watch and that, they will almost definitely have an affiliate link for almost anything, whether it be Fanatec bits, hoisting belt, pedals, cockpits, rigs. If it's to do with sim racing hardware, they probably have a means of getting a little extra income from the traffic that they drive to their companies. So if not for me, pick your favourite blokes, see if they've got a link. Yeah, that's correct, Strip. So it will give me a percent. I humbly advise that if you've got anybody else who you really like on YouTube, do it through them instead if you fancy it. But either way, if you do it through me, it will definitely be noticed and I will appreciate it. You never know, the next time you do this video, you might see some actual decent hardware here. I mean, we've got this real nice office chair and that, but it's not exactly what I'd say excellent. I need to figure out some way of getting a rig in this room, making this PC multi-purpose, because I don't just use this PC for sim racing, hence the desk. I also use this PC for work, the odd game of another category, all sorts. So as of yet, I haven't justified myself the space to get a rig in place, but it'll happen one day. Luckily, I've got means and ways of making sure that I don't just slide back whenever I press on the brake pedal. But I know there's better ways of doing what I need to do. Right, I've been jabbering so much I haven't even checked that the league sessions are on. Come on. Are we on? Yeah, we're on. Okay. Right, we jump back in. Register with the slow blooming horse and cart 488 GT3. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. In practice, the times have been absolutely smashing it. But I think that it's the age-old problem of you can't go through corners as fast as you want to when there's somebody in front of you. You got to get round them. You got to get around them, and then you can really put the pace down. But it's getting around them that's a problem when they've got such a good drive off all these slow corners. We need to do something there. There's something I'm missing. We'll take a few litres out of the tank because I had 7 when I crossed the line. Hopefully there's not a situation where I take out too many and there's an extra lap under white flag. Then I'm totally screwed. But again, the 488's foibles would have maybe cost me 1 or 2 places. My own foibles, my own mistakes cost me many more than that. So I can blame the car all I want. The top guys are putting it up there. And I'm screwing it up, so I need to really get my head back in the game here. As soon as that green light goes out, I might not be very informative. But race 2 promises to be pretty fun. Reverse grids always cause a bit of a scrum between first and last in a reverse grid. They'll all squeeze together. They'll slow each other down and give us people on the tail of that a chance to catch them. But again, I'm not too confident with the 488's overtaking pace at the minute, even with the aero taken out. So we have 7 minutes of a warm-up remaining. I better get in there and warm up, get my head back in the game. So I will see ya on the other side once again. So 7 minutes till race 2 begins, and we'll grid up. Hopefully it's not another standing start. That was weird.
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
It's been a very, very long time since I've had a standing start, to be fair.
Pit exit's clear. We don't have the data. The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 27 Celsius.
If you were watching that race 1, there was a moment when I had a bit of a snap oversteer coming into the first part of that S. If I'm honest with you, I probably just need to knock that brake bias forward a couple of clicks on the first couple of laps, just to prevent the back from sliding around and coming away from me and causing me to react.
Yellow flag, watch out. P4.
most of all, I'm just glad that that race one didn't end up with any contacts, no incidents. I mean, I had to dodge a couple of people, but, you know. Guys, I am such a moron. I am such a moron. Nah, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Okay. I'm about to tell you why we had such a poor drive out of these corners. Cast your mind back to when I was on the grid and I said about we want to make sure we don't burn too much fuel on the pace lap.
150.48.
Shh, I don't care about the leader. Do you remember when we said we...
The leader has just done a 150.36.
when I said that we needed to save fuel, the first thing I did, turn the engine map right down. Then what happened was we didn't have a pace lap. We went straight into the standing start. So I did the whole 20 minutes with the map turned right down. What a absolute... I can't even do this. I've just told the wife she needs to leave me because I'm an absolute plonker. God's sake, man. If you listen to me whinge for 20 minutes about how rubbish the bloody engine map... No, how rubbish the 488 was in a straight line. It's me that's rubbish. Absolutely, utterly awful. Let's just move on, shall we?
The leader's just done a 150.25. The leader has just done a 150.00. Exits clear. Push E14.
I'll never get over that. Never in my life. Although, sorry, my brain was elsewhere. If I was running on a lean engine map, I'm setting myself up for failure. I'm going to end up running short of fuel. So I'm going to put my original fuel level back in. I'll finish the line with 7 litres too much fuel in. I can't afford to be running out of fuel. That would be Ferrari level of strategy and general planning. But this is why I'm in the pro amateur class. Might have the pace, but I'm a flipping idiot. Unbelievable.
That's the end of the session. 23rd place.
I deserve everything I get, to be honest. Okay, is it going to be a standing start again? No, it's a rolling start, thank God for that. I'm just going to take that fuel map dial off. I don't need it anymore. It just gets me in trouble. Nonsense. Okay, let's get back in it. No time to dwell. We need to get on with it and get some respect back.
The air temp is 25
Yeah.
Celsius, 20 minutes.
The air temp is 25, but the IQ is 25 and all in here.
Follow car number 78 in the right column.
Come on guys, let's make it better. Let's do better this time. Fuel map is 1. And we don't need to look at that ever again. Such a
Get ready.
tube.
Go, go, go. That's 20 minutes to go. Car left. Still there. Still there. Clear left. Left side, clear left. Car left. Clear left. 3 wide, you're in the middle. Right side
Yeah, I
clear.
don't want to be 3
Clear
wide.
around.
Left for room. Okay, is there an accident? No, there isn't. I like to pull out and get a clear view of what's going on because you never know who's been spun.
Well done, Daniel. Good start.
Just going to tick that brake bias forward a bit. I need some stability here.
Left side. He's still there. Hold your line. Clear left.
Tony Draper trying to make a move. He's pretty aggressive.
Yellow flag. Car right.
Bit of a scrum happening
Right
there.
side's clear. On your right.
No,
Still there.
we're blooming 3 wide here.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Right side's clear. Car right. Clear right. Car right.
We're going to lose the spot to Tony Draper
Still
here.
there.
Don't squeeze me, man. Don't squeeze me. Plenty of room.
Still there.
BMW is going to follow.
Still there. Hold your line. He's still there. Clear right.
We'll get him back. We'll get him back. Oh, somebody's turned. Tony's really fast for an amp. It's got to be said. I don't consider that any loss at all.
Nice one, Daniel. This is terrific. Exactly what we came here for. P16.
There's a chance here. Saved. Should be able to follow Ben Gregory through unless he gets turned.
Left side, clear left.
And we should also be able to tuck him behind Tony and take him over. Unless he's also running low aero, but I think he might not. There's not a grand deal of room though here.
Car left. Clear left. Car left.
He's not leaving a space, is he? Oh,
Still there. Clear left. The leader has just done a 151.43.
bit scrappy there. We must still be overfueled ever so slightly because, well no, actually, we're not. Steady, 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 steady. That was quite loose into it.
Minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go. Okay, Daniel, come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits, apexes and exits.
We've got a bit of a breather behind us.
That's a new fastest lap for Watson, 151.41. Your lap time was at 151.69.
We're only 2 tenths shy of the leader's pace.
Stay close, see if we can unsettle him.
Yes, Chief. Bit of a double move to the inside there. Tony didn't go all the way out. He's getting the benefit of the aero from Ben in front of him. Tony is absolutely flying in terms of his pace.
Yellow flag, caution.
Josh Thompson behind us in the BMW, one of Williams' chaps.
V14. Yellow flag, watch out.
People are encountering difficulty. We're picking up spaces by attrition alone, basically. Ben's on the grass. Could be a tussle here. They're going to go too wide. How are we going to benefit from this then?
Draper.
The answer is we won't. Very close. Bit of a nervous Tony there.
On your right. Still there. Clear right, E14.
Looking to follow Josh through, basically. I need him to punch me a hole through these people, because I can't do it myself. Not got that pace.
Minutes remaining, 10 minutes. That's half distance. I think the fuel's going to be tight. You might need to save some.
Don't tell me that now, man. Oh my god. Nah, we don't need to save it, we're good. We're good. Right, we've got a 2 wide here, so how are we going to benefit from this? The answer is we're going to try and sneak in behind Josh, unless Tony slots in.
Car left.
Oh, he just leaves us the space. Just
on your left. Clear left.
Firm but fair. Can't really whinge at that. He left me the space, but he knew I was coming in. Bloody hell. Really surprised by Tony's pace,
Clear right.
as I basically spend so much time admiring his pace. I absolutely
Please, Daniel.
tank mine. Come on. Right, shut up and concentrate.
Burke, it's getting closer. The gap's come down to 0.8. Yellow flag, caution. You've used half your fuel.
Oh my god, that was a really unsafe re-entry. My word. If that didn't take anybody out, I'll be well surprised.
Okay, Daniel, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes. Got 10 minutes of fuel remaining. V13.
It's all fairly static at a minute.
to Draper. In front is now 1.3.
Trying to close in on that chain, on the train of cars. We're getting there, but not fast enough.
All right, Daniel, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Tony's absolutely flying through these curves. Really violent.
That lap time was 1:51.69. That's good consistency, keep it up. Gone out of track limits, keep it between the lines.
It's pretty close up here. Tension's building. Something's gonna happen. Oh, whoa, that looks pretty hot in there from Tony. This is not good.
Clear left, left side.
We've got a
He's
three
still
wide
there.
situation now
Clear
with
left.
Pete Harrod.
Push now, the guy behind is catching.
This is tough stuff from Tony. He is rather outfoxing me at the minute.
That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes. Minutes of fuel remaining, 5 minutes.
Tony's getting the benefit of a tow from Ben, which means that if he was on his own, we might have a chance. But it's not the case. Oof! Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. That was a massive save. Sometimes when you follow a car so closely, you don't see the little patch of grass that's waiting for you. Disaster averted.
One more to go.
We have got a bit of traffic now. Ben is absolutely under attack. Is this it? Is this the door opening for me?
Car left.
I don't know, but I'll take it.
Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. He's still there. Clear left.
Not this time. Tony holds it. Magnificent racing from him, I gotta tell you that. Absolutely fantastic. The only way I'm going to get past him is by forcing a mistake. He's an absolute brick wall. Can I force him into a tight line that leads me to get a better run on him on the exit? Yeah, but he's just neutralised it straight away. He's going to get the toe from Ben. We're going to have to settle for 13th. Brilliant stuff from Tony. And Ben. Absolutely
13. Okay,
brilliant.
That's the finish.
I mean,
well done, mate.
I'm satisfied with the result, but I'm even more satisfied with the quality of the racing there. My God, that was a really, really good round. Now that we've switched the blooming fuel mix-up, we got a few litres too many, but we need to keep that in contingency really in case there's an extra white flag lap, I believe, because you can never count. I might take a litre or two out, but that's it. Just to be able to fuel save if I need to. But man, let's see the results then. We've got Sarika, Arana, Watson. Watson's the current, I'd say, big Pro-Am challenger, so I'm going to be suffering now. He's got a third place. He's got a third place, and that's going to make him pretty tough to catch up to. Not to mention he's in an Audi, which might be stronger at the following rounds, but that was a good round, folks. That was a really, really good round. I can hardly remember any of it. All I know is that the last 10 minutes were absolutely frightening. Really, really good. But that means because we finished 13th, the reverse grid is going to be 12. And we're going to miss that, or it's going to be 24, so we only gain one place. Either way, we'll stick it in the pits, and then we'll catch the reverse grid wheel. Brilliant stuff, though.
The pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour, 100 meters.
We did better than race 1. Absolutely.
We think about 2 minutes of fuel remaining, 3.3 litres per lap. We'll need to add 4 litres to get to the end. Estimate 2 minutes of fuel left, 3.3 litres per lap. We estimate we're going to need to add 4 litres to get to the end.
Oh man, that was a better round. Amazing racing. Tony.
Should be about 2 minutes of fuel remaining. 3.3 litres per lap. It looks like we'll need to add 4 litres to reach the end. We estimate 2 minutes of fuel remaining.
Shush, good chief.
3.3 litres per lap. We'll need to add 4 litres to get to the end of the race.
Good. So we're going to be heading into round 3. Oh, we've got to check the reverse grid, ain't we? Maybe they are. Are they doing it?
About 2 minutes of fuel left.
Be silent, boy. Be silent, my child. Okay. WGTC R7. Let's have a quick look at this then. Here we go. Reverse grid. It's going to be 12, isn't it?
Looks like we're going to get potentially the same again here with 12. Let's just see whether this ticks over, but it looks like it is. We have another number 12, and that means that Tony Draper, the AM driver there, who just held on from Daniel Lee and was just behind Ben Gregory, will be on the front row, or most importantly on pole position. Ben Gregory alongside him. Then it's Michael Blake, another great result for Michael, by the way. That was right under the radar there in the AM class with Morgan Butler winning that one again. He's going to be 4th, and then Pete Newman 5th. So for Morgan and Pete, I mean, they've both changed cars, they've even changed teams this second half of the season. They're going to be over the moon with that, because reverse grid, they're in the top 5. That's going to be...
To fill you in, what that means there is that we missed out on the reverse grid by 1 spot. Unbelievable. I called it. I called it. I knew we were going to miss out by 1 spot, and that was it then. Unbelievable. This is just chaos theory in action. That's chaos theory in action if I ever saw it, because we had a standing start in race 1 instead of a rolling start, which was wrong. So I had my car in lean fuel mix to try and sip the fuel around the pace lap, but there was no pace lap, so I did the whole race in lean fuel mix, unbeknownst to me, until afterwards. That has probably cost me a couple of spots, and it's a cock-up cascade, this. That's what it is, because we should have caught one of the reverse grids. I can't believe that. So gutted. So gutted. But even so. So we're going to be back for round 3 in about 10 minutes ish. For those of you who've ridden along so far, thank you for sticking with it. My God, I'd have punched myself after round 1. Just watching a goat lose its footing on the side of a cliff. That's what that was. Unbelievable. Okay, race 3 is live, so we're going to do a bit of warm up. Get a bead on the track conditions. Get a bead on how slow we are. But we're going to stick with a low downforce set. There's no point changing it now, I'm used to it. We're going to stick with a low downforce set, and we're going to be trying to pick up some positions, because again, a 12 reverse grid means it's going to be nice and squeezed. We're going to be able to sit back and just watch the chaos initially, hopefully. Could have been better. Straight being as you asked, there's a video. I've got a video about the topic of my pedal frame. I say frame, it's just 3 bits of wood knocked together to give the Club Sports a stable base. That pretty much defines how far they are away from the wall, because this setup is up against the wall. So if I needed it closer, I would just make the wood longer. but go check out that video if you're unsure about it. It might be useful for whatever pedal set you might be looking at getting. But it's possible to use this kit without a rig. Even the good Fanatec stuff. It's a good solution. Super cheap, super shonky, but trust me, there are some people in this league who are running on just kit that shouldn't be safe for consumption, but still they are. So good on them. Going to take a couple of litres out of the. Going to take a couple of litres out. So we need it in multiples of 3.5. That's 7, 14. 21, 28, 35, 42. So we need to, I think we can afford to get rid of 2 litres. That's going to be a decision that I regret. I just get that feeling. Right, crew chief, welcome
Radio
back.
check.
You can come back now. I don't need to shut you up anymore. Okay.
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. Pit exit's clear. Stay behind the white line.
Right, track conditions are colder now.
To go, 5 minutes left. P5.
At the 2-minute mark, I'm going to have a quick break before we grid. So 40 more seconds of warm up just to get my hands around the track conditions. It's going to take a little bit, just a tiny bit longer for the tyres to come in properly, but
New fastest lap for Gray, 150.14.
Okay.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
Back in a sec for the start of the third race.
The leader has just done a 150.12. The leader's just done a 149.84.
Okay, 30 seconds to grid. Let's turn this super cooling system on. All the way up. And then we will head into race 3. And hope for the hand of God to intervene. Give me some points, mate. Come on. Give me some points. Somebody just stacked it.
Checker flags out, V19.
Okay.
That's the end of the session, V19.
Grid. Here we go on the grid again. Looks good in the dark. We got 39 litres of fuel in. We'll check in halfway through and see how we're doing with crew chief, but he might think we're a little bit. He always panics a little bit. So we've got Williams in front of us, and just to the left of us, we've got Williams halfway up the grid. So we should see some feathers ruffled. Hopefully we can follow him through a little bit. Well, we said that last race and it didn't really work, did it? Let's go.
13th place. The track temp is 23 Celsius. We need to follow car number 888 in the right lane. Okay, Daniel, get ready.
Okay, the pack is about to let loose. Oh no, mate. Bloody Adam
Go,
Watson
go, go.
chopping the bloody line off.
20 minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left.
Come on, man, wake up.
Car left. Still there. Clear left.
Well, we defend from Steve Burke, who was on the attack straight away. Gotta keep our eyes peeled for anybody getting turned, including me.
Car right. Still there. Clear right. Good start. Car left.
I think Watson's going to go
Still
around the
there.
outside there. Oh, we get
Still there.
loose. He's going to get the
Clear
place back.
left.
We had that fair and square, and then we just missed it.
Car right. Right side's clear. Car right. Still there. Right side's clear.
I think it's brutal out here. You leave a window open, be about 10
Car
burglars in it.
left. Clear left. The 11.
There's something in my right eye. That's annoying. Come on, get out of there, whatever you are. Adam Watson going rallying again.
It's all over you. Keep your exit speeds up. Stay smooth. Alright Daniel, keep piling on the pressure. He'll make a mistake. 15 minutes left. Left side.
Oh my goodness me.
He's still there. Still there. Hold your line. He's still there. Clear left. Yella is now leading. On your left. Clear left.
That was an unintentional attack. Absolutely did not mean to do that, but we were on the ball and we avoid We've got Jake Blackall right up our arse now, and he's got that BMW under his
your
bonnet.
right.
And even with 2 wing, we're still getting out dragged.
Hold your line. Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear right. That was a.
Oh, you're around the outside now. He's got
152.00.
Ross McFarlane to deal with. Very, very fast guy. Mike Horder has not come away with many points on this session.
P11. Two meters. Two meters. Keep digging. You've just done a 150.86. That's your best lap in the session.
Oh,
Car right. Hold your line. He's still there.
no, 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 no. We don't want
Hold your
this. We don't want this.
He's still there. Clear right. Car right.
We don't want this. We don't want that.
Still
we don't
there.
want a car on the outside out getting punted off.
Still there. Still there. Clear right.
We're the
Car
big
right.
loser from this, and now we're going to get absolutely
Hold your line.
assaulted. You know, really hard to
He's still
keep
there.
this on the blooming straight.
Clear right.
That's just a look at a draw. You get forced out. You're gonna get absolutely clubbed. Cameron Dance left a door open. We
Car
might be able
left.
to get back on this.
Still there. Clear left. Thompson is now in the lead. Come on, man, this is disappointing. There's decent pace in this car. V40.
No, there isn't. No, there isn't. That's the biggest lie. You're a computer program. You're supposed to give me the facts.
Left side. Still there.
Got a
Still
big
there.
lunge there from Michael Gray.
Hold
We're going to
your
lose
line.
out on the straight.
Still there. Clear left. Okay, Daniel, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. That's halfway. Left side. Clear left.
Michael Gray's the guy who turned me round and raced free at the Nürburgring, so I don't want a repeat of that.
half your fuel left.
Good, but at least we're fueled right this time, but even so,
The gap in front is now 0.6.
we've been missing a bit of secret sauce here. Oh, this could end in tears.
Time to get defensive, mate. Okay, Daniel, clear right. Right side's
Oh.
clear.
Man, I'm there, mate. I'm still there. I'm still on that
On
line.
right side's clear. Right side. Hold your line, clear right.
Hope that hasn't given me any area damage. That's the last thing we need.
Nella is leading the race. Okay, Daniel, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. You're losing time here, man. We need to pass it. That last lap was a 151.21.
Oh, Ethan Bass right behind us. He's in and out of the R8 as well. Just what can you do, man? What can you do? And
Use all the track, force him to find the gap.
no torque. This is probably not a Ferrari track, to be honest with you. God, that was close.
Come on, Daniel. Push, push, push. We can get this guy. That's 5 minutes of fuel left. To go, 2 minutes. The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines.
Last lap to go. Got a BMW behind us. We know what that means.
We're running on fumes, mate. Last lap.
We're going to be on our best behaviour at all these corners if we're going to keep this place. Oh my god, we didn't want to do that.
Car right.
We didn't want to do that.
Still there.
Here we are again, we're in a drag race to the next
Still
corner with the
there.
BMW. We're always going to lose.
Still there.
He's alongside.
He's still there. Clear right. Car right. Clear right. On your right. Clear right. Car right. Right side's clear.
Look at that. BMW just flat out. There we go, race over. Could have been worse.
P15. That's the end of the race. Never
Could have
mind.
been worse, but we ended up less than where we started. I've got to say, I thoroughly regret the decision to stick with the 488. It doesn't matter what we do. There's no guts in this car. None. And it's too late to switch. If we switch, we get a massive points penalty that just cannot be redeemed in the last few rounds. We can only hope, really, that somehow I manage to get I think the setup was partly to blame here. It might have been a bit dog. Running less downforce, yeah, but did it actually culminate in more straight line speed? I think I'm going to have to reconsider that strategy because it didn't help me here. Just a string of part bad luck, part low IQ. It was bad luck when we got muscled out on the grass on the under the bridge, and then there's three blooming spots that I just lose like that just because I've been shouldered out. I'll have to look back at that. Not great, not terrible. In other words. Yeah, I was hoping for better because the practice times were really, really strong. And on reflection, this probably isn't the best track for a Ferrari because you've got...
Look out for the pit speed limit. Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
You need torque and acceleration to get out of all them hairpins, and we don't have much, so... Have to see. Man. Tough going. Tough going, that was. In terms of points, that's pretty rubbish. We're talking a 23rd, a 13th, and a 15th, 14th. It's not brilliant. I know there's some pro-ams that would have got pretty decent points from that, who are ahead of me in the league, so the gap has widened. I think the next just gonna look at the schedule. Here we go. So the next race we've got is an endurance at Spa, which could be alright. That'll be 1 hour and 45 minutes. That's happening next Monday, 28th of September. I'll have to see. Have to see what happens there, but come back at that time and see us get pasted in the straights at Spa as well, and it'll probably be fun. But for now, I'm absolutely tatered, if I'm honest. Absolutely tatered. That was pretty intense. We could have done better, but still had fun doing that. I didn't get punted out. Nobody necessarily really ruined my race besides myself. It was all down to me really in race one, making those two mistakes, missing a reverse grid, and it all goes from there. So only myself to blame. Come back in a week's time. ARL race on Sunday as well. And thanks for sticking by, sticking stuff in the chat. Man, all I need now is a strong cup of tea, if there is such a thing. Put my feet up and tell Claire all about how I've totally stacked it on race one with a stupid fuel map.